Hey, good morning everybody. Ed the Pond Professor here. We are back at Blake's Exotic Ranch. Today is day number 1 for all the contractors coming in for the Aquascape Winter Retreat. Stay tuned, this is going to be awesome.
Woo! Look at that. 6,000 gallons of water coming in a few seconds. Hear it.
So we got a problem.
We are turning the pumps on as we speak.
All right, we need an otter pond in Aqualand.
Thank you.
I wish I was an otter.
What is up everybody? My name is Blake and we're here at Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. So a little quick story about here on the ranch. It started when I was a young little kid with my dad, bringing home animals, collecting animals, and having all sorts of different types of animals. I didn't think it was gonna come to this mark. My parents didn't think that, but I definitely wanted to have pretty much my own private zoo, and I pretty much am creating that right now. And with working with Aquascape, they have definitely made that dream come true, because I'm able to have these Aquascape ecosystems actually make these enclosures really pop off. Something that me and Ed really connected with, we could say, is that Ed said every animal needs water, and water is a big source to have for these ponds. So every enclosure on my ranch is starting to have a pond, and it's absolutely making every enclosure as unique as it can be for every single enclosure, like the aviary pond, the duck and capybara pond, the otter enclosure that we're building right now with the massive viewing panel that really nobody else has that in the private world. My dad got me my first little turtle, my first couple chickens, my first birds, my first parrots and all that. We had a 0 lot line. We started with a little thing. We actually had ponds from that place too. You know, the plastic ponds you can find at Lowe's and the hardware stores and all that. We had those little plastic ponds. Me and my dad always built those things since I was a little kid. Then we went into fiberglass ponds and all that stuff. They just never worked that well. Then we went to a concrete pond here, and that concrete pond is all right. But then once I met Aquascape about 4 years ago, that really took off, and that made the ponds legit and amazing. We were able to have the amazing ecosystems here, and now all the animals live their best lives. Alright, so we're inside of my muntjac enclosure. Peanut and Nutella are inside of here. Kenya's feeding them right now a little bit of sweet potato and apple. They are prey animals, so they're shy animals. Once they get a little comfortable, they'll start moving away a little bit closer. They'll start eating out of your hands. They're really neat animals. Once they mature up, the male will have a little bit of fangs, and they also bark like a dog too when they get spooked. So any little movements, as you can see, they're very aware all the time, because they're prey animals, so they're gonna be getting chased down by different types of animals all the time, and probably hunted as well. Those ears are like bats. They're always paying attention all the time, and they're very fast. This is a laughing kookaburra from Australia. This is one of the biggest kingfishers in the world. They are meat eaters. They eat anything that can move, that they get overpowered. So one of his favorite foods are mice. He'll eat chicks, lizards, snakes, anything that comes in this enclosure, he destroys. We're gonna make him scream, okay? Well, it's not scream, it's a laughing thing. It's what they do, how they communicate with each other, and then we'll feed him a mouse and he won't talk no more. Marty, you wanna talk? You want the mouse? And he might bang it up against the pole a couple times, and then he'll swallow it whole. See? Wants to make sure it's dead. Crushes all the bones and swallows it whole, just like that. All gone. Gets one a day. Now he's quiet. We are entering inside of one of the biggest enclosures here on the ranch. This is an aviary ecosystem with all different species of turtles, birds, and fish that are inside of here, and probably lizards down the road. So as soon as we walk in, we're gonna get ran up on with these two guys. These are 2 gray-winged trumpeters from South America. There's all different species of birds in here, coexisting with each other from all around the world. Every single night I come in here, these guys are omnivores. They are floor-dwelling birds, but at night they do go and roost up so they don't get eaten by predators. And today they're gonna be getting some pinkies. They get pinkies, mealworms, superworms, anything small they get overpowered as well, they will eat, they can find on the jungle floor. They're gonna start trumpeting because they love the little mice. So the way I like making my enclosures, I like to make it as naturalistic as I can. So I go to the wild, I do a little bit of research and stuff, I do my own hikings and stuff, and when I see something I try to mimic what the wild looks like. The idea of this was a fallen river of logs pretty much. The whole waterfall is full of logs and then fallen trees on the backside, so almost like a dam of beavers that put all the logs together to make a waterfall. So that's kind of the creation I made, mixed with a little bit of jungleness of being in Costa Rica. I have a good friend of mine that we're able to get some monster oaks and we put them all in place, have them fallen all through in here, and then just made this as naturalistic as we can. The birds love them, they go on them everywhere, and they're just happy to make this their home. They're all breeding, they're all gonna start laying very, very soon, so it's gonna be really neat to show on video all the eggs and offspring and ducklings that we're gonna have here. We have a peak of 35 feet tall. It's 100 foot long and 40 feet wide of flying space for the birds that live inside of here. All right, so this right here is Petrie. He is a nocturnal animal from South America as well, and he is a kinkajou. They have this tail that's really prehensile tail. It grabs everything, as you can see, and they are very, very nocturnal at night. They run around all over the place, and he has a bite like a cat, and he has very, very sharp claws. And I'm gonna open this up, I'm gonna show you guys how he eats a grape. It's really, really neat.
Hey, good morning everybody. Ed the Pond Professor here. We are back at Blake's Exotic Ranch. Today is day number 1 for all the contractors coming in for the Aquascape Winter Retreat. We have contractors coming in from around North America to learn step-by-step processes. We have multiple projects happening. We have a fountainscape over at one location. We have a pool renovation at another where we're turning that into an upflow biological filter to create a living aquascape ecosystem inside of an old swimming pool. And then this one, we are creating an ecosystem for his 2 otters, for Oliver and Callie. We are about to get going. The cast is about to begin. I got debris behind me, I got logs, I got boulders, I got river rock. We have all that prep work that we did about a week and a half ago, which is already done. We have a lot of things that are going to be happening. It will be chaotic. We have multiple machines. Our partnership with Caterpillar is unbelievable. We are set up. We have a Cat 308. We also have a 304, and then we have a 279 skid loader to feed all these different contractors, because we're literally going to have different teams of people doing different tasks throughout the entire event. So we had that beautiful concrete panel that's going in, which has been installed. We started mounting those metal strips in place. I'm going to jump back on that. I want to finish getting all the metal strips in place to get it ready for the glass. Then it's going to be game on. We're going to start dropping in all these different boulders, working our way around, and then meeting the 2 teams right in the middle. Stay tuned. This is going to be awesome. Getting ready to install our asynchronous SLD pump. This is a solids handling pump. You can tell by the orifice here in the front, so the volute can handle large solids. We're gonna have river otters in here. There's gonna be lots of play, lots of activities. They're gonna be moving stuff, throwing stuff inside of here. Anything that goes through these aqua blocks has to get passed through the pump. So I wanna make sure the pump can handle it. Because it's an asynchronous pump, it is very energy efficient. So it's gonna produce a lot of water at a very efficient electrical cost. The final reason for this is you can connect it up Wi-Fi and you have a remote control for it. So this way you could either adjust it off of your phone or you could adjust it off of the remote to increase or decrease the flow according to the desired look. I could dial this up or down. It's going to go from 5,000 to 9,000 gallons per hour. So I have 2 of these pumps in here. So that gives me a lot of flexibility between the jets, the wetland filtration system, as well as the aesthetics of the waterfall and the sound. All of these things are really important for the overall function of the feature as well as the overall look. So the other thing that we have here is we have a quick disconnect for our check valve. So a check valve is always critical because what this is, it's got a little flapper valve in here. So once the water gets pushed up, it only opens up in one direction. So if you ever lose power, or you're ever doing maintenance, that flap valves close as soon as you have back pressure coming in the other direction. So we're gonna have all these filtration systems set up in that main pool. I don't want them siphoning back down into the pump chamber. It's gonna pull in all that waste. The other thing about it, because we have these quick disconnects, if I ever want to remove it, I could disconnect it. I can pull the entire pump out. Both pumps are going to sit inside of our pump vault. This gives us also a lot of flexibility. It's going to be drawing water from the very, very bottom. So again, all that water is going down through the aqua blocks, goes through our pumps, and then it gets distributed strategically throughout the entire feature. I have one access point for maintenance, which I love. Then the final thing is we have our piping system taking all the electric outside of the enclosure, so there's no possible way those incredible otters could actually get in, chew wires or anything like that. We have to cover all those different bases. This system is allowing us to do that. All right, Blake, we just dropped in this massive oak log that your buddy literally cut down yesterday?
Yep. Crazy.
It is perfect because I know he sent a picture, a video over, showed you the tree.
And we're like, we need it.
That's it. It's done. What I love about it is this is kind of replicating that flooded forest.
Correct.
So these otters found in Southeast Asia, flooded forest, mangroves, all types of stuff
erosion
in the
stuff
rivers.
From the jungle, and then the tree fell over and it's in the puddle.
That's what I love about it. Replicating that natural thing. And what I think is going to be awesome is they're going to be swimming around all this stuff. You put fish in here, the fish are going to be tucked in.
Oh yeah. These guys would definitely climb up and use these peaks as looking for me to come in for food, screaming, chirping, all the different noises that they make.
A little bit about the biology. By adding in a log versus all rock, we have different surfaces for microorganisms, bacteria and stuff. Again, replicating that natural thing. I always talk about biomimicry, and this is it. River rock, giant boulders from Tennessee and Alabama, logs from South Florida, all these different pieces coming together. This is gonna be insane.
These are little cruising spots. This is gonna probably be at the top of the water level so they can sit right there, take a break if they want to, move over, swim, dive down. So much different spots for them to look around for a little 12-inch, 10-pound otter. This is heaven.
All right, the glass is installed. Everything went in place.
Yeah.
Silicone seal's ready. We are ready to remove the rubber line out.
I didn't know we could do that.
If I can break it, then you got problems.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess it's time to open this thing up. And
all you. Start cutting down that side. Let's keep that silicone popping around on us. Oh, baby.
Woo! Look at that.
Oh, yeah. All right, start doing the bottom. That is it.
Yeah, I definitely think we got a big enough panel though. It looks
that
good.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks incredible.
We'll be sitting right here.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy. There we go. Yeah.
Boom.
There we go.
Great job, everybody. Woo. It has been one insane, chaotic, epic day.
Yeah.
Ton of work done.
A lot of work.
It is looking incredible.
It's definitely crazy. A lot has gotten done. I mean, but 90% of it's done.
Yeah.
Just a little bit left, but it is absolutely epic. Every single time we do a pond here in the ranch, it changes up every time. And this is definitely going to be on the top of if I want to be in the aviary or I want to stay here. And it's probably going to be here for a while now.
Well, I think what pushed us over the top was us going up to Alabama to pick out rocks.
That flat rock,
huge,
we looked at it,
right?
We wanted it,
Done.
we got it. All these rocks,
All
it pushed
these
it over the edge.
It's just a completely different look than anything else that you have here. You got some incredible more logs. I know you brought
I had
in
to get
ones.
these things.
Had to.
That
was critical.
Too many rocks wasn't gonna look good.
I agree, 100%. This makes all the difference in the world. So now we're down to that last stuff. We have to seal up the waterfall. We have 6,000 gallons of water coming 11 a.m. tomorrow, so we have to get that one corner done. We got to build up all these edges. I think we're in good shape though. I feel really good about it.
$6,000 gallons of water coming in a few seconds.
Hear it. Here we go. All right. That water. Oh yeah. The whole bottom has filled up and everything is starting to go. The viewing panel is about to be shown in water. Oh yeah. So we got a problem. So they just needed one more rock to get placed on that side. The water was coming in so fast that it'll start pushing the liner to the side. So they're gonna put that giant rock in place. Once they put that giant rock in place, they'll be able to backfill all that rock, and then the water is going to be able to only get pushed down this way through the waterfall is where they want it to go through, only not that way.
We got water. Everything is coming together. It has been a chaotic couple days out here. All the CACs, certified aquascape contractors, coming together to work right here at Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. I was out here with a small team installing this massive precast concrete panel. We installed the glass literally about 12 hours ago.
Trying to soak it in right now, but yeah, it's crazy. I can't wait to turn it on and see all the pumps going and see everything flowing nicely.
We are turning the pumps on as we speak. I already see something starting to move on us. Our wetland is going. Big upflow filter is working. You can see all that stuff. We got another jet over here in front of the windows. I can see it's a little bit of circulation. There she is. First waterfall. All right, great job, everybody.
All right, we need an otter pond in Aqualand.
It is definitely crazy, a lot to take in, but it's dope. I'm gonna stay here all night, hanging out.
All right, so there's not too many things that are overwhelming for me. This was overwhelming. Yeah, this was definitely a challenging project, but you had certified aquascape contractors.
I had the right team. We had the right prep work 2 weeks ago. Logistical challenges, everything in modern world right now went against us. Challenges, getting materials, engineering, glass, boulders coming from Alabama, getting all that stuff here, all the people together, working out and everything. Deliveries late, not showing up. We pulled it off.
This is the 4th Aquascape water feature. Something tells me it won't be the last.
It won't be the last.
And hey, young man, you're doing great.
Thank you.
I wish I was an otter. I mean,
Yeah,
these are going to have an
gonna
incredible home, and it's going to be fun for us to follow along as their journey goes.
Everybody
through
too.
this.
Absolutely.
Everybody. You got a lot of Aquascape fans here, buddy.
Heck yeah, I appreciate it for sure.
Awesome project. Stay tuned for the next one. You know it's going to be incredible.
Heck yeah.